In the early spring of this year, Bloomington Hospital, the Bloomington Hospital Foundation, and the Southern Indiana Radiological Associates began working together toward a common goal: to have 4 digital mammography machines installed and working by the end of the year. Bringing digital mammography to our community was a shared vision that will quite literally save lives, maybe even the life of someone you know. That vision was sparked because of a desperate need.
My first trip to the Olcott Center was actually with my philanthropic sorority. So we have our meetings at different places where we would like to donate money. So we went there and they gave us a little informational session about self-exams, about how they go out in the community and try to educate, even high school women. So that was in February. And then not even 60 days later, I myself was just accidentally sitting there watching TV at night and found a lump. So I, thinking back to the Olcott Center, thought, I might as well go get this checked out. It feels like something that I just don't want to mess around with, because it was right in the front of my mind that the Olcott Center had, just told us about that stuff. So I think it was a Monday. I went to see my family physician. He immediately sent me for testing at Sierra. And then by Thursday, Dr. Munson told me, that was Monday to Thursday, told me that I had breast cancer.
My mother-in-law, who I never got to know, died when my husband was a second-year resident, and her youngest of 5 children was a sophomore in high school. She never saw her graduate from high school. She never saw 3 of her kids graduate from college and then graduate school, and she never saw 16 grandchildren. That's pretty, cancer took more than just her life. It took away all the things she could have shared with her children. And my husband lost his first wife to breast cancer, leaving a 3-year-old son, who I have to say I'm very honored that I have raised him. But I think about all the things that Joan missed out on. The first day of school, the first tooth that you lose, the first girlfriend, going away to college.
Countless stories like these, as well as the ones you are seeing on the screen now, are what fueled the passion behind what became the Women's Breast Health Campaign. The goal of the campaign was to raise $1.5 million, as well as raise awareness and educate women about breast health. The fundraising began. The clock was ticking.
The need to go from analog to digital mammography really was going to be a collaborative effort. I knew that just one entity or facility was not going to be able to accomplish that by themselves. It really was going to take 3 important organizations to come together, that being Sierra, Bloomington Hospital, and the Bloomington Hospital Foundation, really to look at the need for digital mammography, also the need for funding for that digital mammography equipment.
This was my first, obviously, dealings with the foundation, and I was amazed by just the power and the compassion of these people that work here, and even the group of women that I got to meet that was part of the breast health campaign. We came to meetings, we mapped out things that we needed to do to raise money. We all had great ideas and went after it.
I couldn't tell the personal story that Heidi did, but I could go out and say, we need the money, we need this in our community, we need the funding, and we need it from fellow people in the community to help us achieve this goal.
And so I would work with businesses. I would go in and basically plead my case and say, here's what we're doing, here's what we need, will you be willing to help?
While fundraising continued, 4 digital mammography machines were purchased because of the need to make this technology available as soon as possible. The machines arrived in August, and installation began. By the end of September, all 4 were installed and working at Sierra.
So far, I've been very pleased with the equipment. It is working as intended, probably better than I even anticipated. The images are wonderful. We are able to do many more patients. I don't have an exact record of are there early detection. I subjectively am aware that I'm seeing more things on the mammograms than I did before. That sometimes makes our job more difficult. We see things that may have been present for years, but we're seeing them for the first time, and now we have to decide what to do for follow-up in those things that we're seeing. We have the best equipment available to provide the women the best chance of detecting their breast cancer. So we're very proud to be a part of this project. It's been a great collaboration with Bloomington Hospital, and we're glad that we were able to bring this to the community at this time. Without the help of the foundation and the hospital, this project probably wouldn't have happened for a couple of years.
The success of this project was important to me personally, knowing that we would touch lives and we would save lives. I truly believe that with the ability for the physicians to have the image and the clear image of the digital mammography versus the analog, it provides them that opportunity to find that abnormality within that tissue so that way we can detect breast cancer at its earliest stage. That is the ultimate goal. And for me personally, I truly believe that we've saved lives because of that.
It is important for this community to have access to digital mammography. It would be important for every community to have it. And I take pride in the fact that this community seems to be on top of all those kind of things, state-of-the-art equipment. So yes, it's just very important.
I don't know, I think when you get things in the mail, people asking for money, you just kind of are like, write the check, send it in, because you know that that's the compassionate thing to do. But I want people to know that when they did write that check, they wrote it for their mother. This makes me cry. They wrote it for their daughter. So it will help. It's 1 in 8. That's a scary statistic. So, when you're sitting around the Thanksgiving table, the Christmas table, and you see all the women in your family, you probably did one of them a great service.
On behalf of the Southern Indiana Radiological Associates, Bloomington Hospital, and the Bloomington Hospital Foundation, we would like to extend our thanks to all who contributed to this effort.
A big, big thank you. And that your dollars, whether it was $5, $500, $5,000, $25,000, every dollar makes a difference.
We've made a world of difference to many, many lives in this community. Not just the women that would have the breast cancer, but the families that would have to support them. Early diagnosis is going to change lives, and thank you.
I'd given a gift several years ago, and they had tucked it away for some purpose in some future time. And then when this initiative came up, and I thought, wonderful, this is wonderful. I'll be able to see this happen right before my very eyes. And I have. It's here. They're up and running. All 4 of the digital mammography equipment is running right now, and I am witness to the fact that it has happened. So yeah, I'm real thrilled that my gift was used now, and not who knows how many years later.